This is not your typical unboxing. Number one, the reason is I've had these for a couple of years now. And I've had them in and out of my Tahoe on multiple occasions. So what's cool about these drivers? Well, we go back to the box for the basic specs on them. Looking at 150 watts RMS, and think that is per driver. 1.5 inch high temperature Kapton voice coils are 4 ohms. The important stuff actually is that number one, it has a frequency response of 107 hertz to 15K. They will absolutely play pretty much the entire band of music. And that's at 150 watts RMS. So I usually run them a little bit higher than this on the low pass, or the low pass filter. I usually run it a little bit higher, like about 120 to 140 hertz and up. But they'll absolutely play much lower than this even. I've had them run it at 80 and 60 at low power, and they do quite well. So the MS65-4P is a impressive 6.5 inch speaker. This is listed as a pro audio driver, and it is very good at that. Just so you know up front, this is not a pole piece like it looks like it is. This is in fact a dust cap. So that moves with the driver. But don't let this deter you and make you think it's something that it's not, because these things sound really, really good. They handle power well, they're durable, and they get loud. So I've been really impressed with them. And I've had 4 of them in my Tahoe on random amounts of power through many different amplifiers, multiple different installs, giving it tons of volume, and they've always performed. I pulled them out and I put my machetes in there, and then not long after that, I ended up blowing one of the machetes. So I put a recoil in that spot, and now I've got another machete that's getting ready to go. So I'm just going to put all 4 recoils back in there, because I never had any trouble out of them. I should have left them in there. They're really good. The crazy thing about these is the price. Yeah, I want to say that I paid about 20 bucks a piece for them, so about 80 bucks for a set of 4. But I'll have a link down below, right there at the top, to the best price I can find on these guys. Just click on that link and pick you up a set. You can't go wrong with the price you're going to pay, and you're going to be blown away with the quality that you get. Don't get me wrong, I love the way these machetes sound. I just haven't had the most luck with the longevity on them. This one's still good. So is the top one on the other side. But the bottom one over here, where that recoil is, and the bottom one over there, this one gave up completely. The one over there doesn't work well at low volumes. It clears up when the power's on it, but whenever it's at low volumes, it's all staticky. Yeah, if you guys are wondering about these speaker pods, these are from customspeakerpods.com. I got a link down below with the discount code. Use that. You can pick you up a set. Let me get this back in. All right, guys, I'm going to show y'all how I personally like to deal with spade connectors on door speakers. Now, I go back and trim back about 1.5 inches or a little over an inch of wire. I do a little nibble there and then grab it and pull it off. Works pretty good. And then I take my wire and I kind of divide it in half so I get a nice little stick there and a nice little stick here. You only really have to twist up one side, but I just go ahead and do both. Now, there's going to be people out there that are going to be talking smack about how I'm going to do this. But those people have just not spent enough time yet going back and chasing loose spade connectors in their doors. Once they've done that a few more 100 times, they will start to see the logic in what I do. So then we're going to take our positive and simply push it right through this hole. Okay, pull it all the way up until it makes contact. Then we want to twist these two wires together, like so. Twist them up and give them a good twist. And a nice electrical connection and a nice mechanical connection. All right, then we want a little piece of electrical tape, and what we're going to do is tape this wire to the insulated part, and we want to go right down here to the end to where it's covering up the spade, right? Do us a couple of rounds around there. Then we take our cutters and cut off the extra right here. We don't need all that wire hanging out. And then we wrap it, and then after we do that, then we walk it this way a little bit so we can encapsulate that end piece down there. All right, that creates a very strong connection on this spade. It's a good mechanical connection, it's a good electrical connection. Now, can you solder these? Sure. But number one, soldering skills and equipment are something that I'm not really equipped with. I do have some soldering equipment and I have some soldering skills, but not the best of either of those. And see, that connection right there is a good solid electrical connection. And then whenever you double it back over this wire and add the tape, it gets to be a super strong mechanical connection. Now we go down here, like I said, you want to get all the way down on the spade and do your wrap so that the spade itself is insulated. Like so. Now, I'm going to tell you, I prefer push connectors, you know, the little springy ones over these spades. I do not like spade connectors, and I've wired up a ton of these with spade connectors, but I've also went back and had to redo them. Guys, if you're looking for a speaker that's going to be loud, project, sound really good, give you well-rounded mids, and have lots of volume, especially one that gives you the budget that for 80 bucks you can get 4 of them, or even less, this is the driver for you. Can't say enough good stuff about them. They've been holding up well, they've taken lots of abuse, and they sound great. check them out.